The electrical is very complicated.
I jammed my ring finger. I may cancel my vacation and postpone the van depending on how my finger is tomorrow.
Seems like it could be dangerous, so I cut them all off and I'm starting over. I really messed up these and had to redo it. I have no idea why they sold me these. Getting my electrical ready. I think I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. I am freaking annoyed. So my suggestion would be, if anyone is looking at doing their own electrical work, you may want to look into maybe getting a Blue Eddy, EcoFlow, Jackery, something like that has the battery inverter connected. It's a little less expensive, a lot easier and user-friendly from what I am noticing, and now I'm really second guessing myself. I'm gonna have my circuit breaker go right here. I'm gonna have the DC to DC here, 2 batteries in the box right here, and then I'll have the inverter go right there. It's just as chaotic as it looks. Oh my God. Today's the day for electrical. All right, so I used the step bit and I used the entire size, the biggest bit, to do 4 holes. So I have left side and the right side. I have the negative up top, positive on bottom on both sides. So that should make it really clean. And so I'm gonna put these connected to this, screwed on to here. So this is how far I got it. I needed another day. I could do a lot more than what I've done. But this is where I've gotten. It was just too hot this week. On the way to the RV, guys. I'm gonna check out my electrical. Almost there.
In a quarter mile, the destination is on your left.
Hopefully I have electrical soon. So you recommend to save money 4 and 2. But if I want to go up a little, then I can go 2 and 1.
Right.
I jammed my ring finger. It is swollen. It's my first day of vacation. This is my first day of vacation. I'm supposed to be trying to get this van done, and I was going to work my butt off. And I had some wires on the floor, and I lost my balance. And I held on to this cabinet that I started building and jammed my finger. So I don't think it's broken, but it hurts and I can't bend it. So I have 5 work days that I'm gonna have to work with a finger that I can't use. So this is gonna be fun. So hopefully I get some stuff done on this van, hopefully. I just met with an electrician. I thought that I'd have my electrical done today. And I paid $150 for him to basically not know what he's doing, or not know much more than what I know. So that was annoying. I don't know what I'm gonna do the next 4 days. So I'm a little frustrated, and I may cancel my vacation and postpone the van depending on how my finger is tomorrow. But that's where I'm at. I am starting all over. 2 more to do. I really messed up these and had to redo it. Here's a good example. I should have trimmed it because I cut it way too long when I did my stripping. So what I did is I tucked it under and then tried to put a heat shrink on it. And then this heat shrink didn't even fit. So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Trial and error. This seems like it could be dangerous, so I cut them all off and I'm starting over. These seem to look much better. Okay, so the trick is that it can't be too long, and if it's too long, then you need to trim it so that it actually fits. So this is a 12 gauge. Put it in the 12, and you don't really need to cut that much off either. That is a good amount. So this is a second-hand wire stripper because I didn't think I'd be doing that much of it. Okay,
so here you go. That looks pretty good, actually. So I don't have any coming out the end. Yep, perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab my crimping tool. I'm gonna crimp it. And there we go. And then I'll do the heat shrink. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to heat shrink this on, and then I'm gonna start putting it into its home. There it is. No little frayed wires at all. Right, so this looks so much better. So I don't know if you can tell, but I have this little bit of tape and I have it numbered. So like this is a number 4. And over here, like here's an example. Passenger USB, it has a little number right there. And on the back it has a number 4 also. So it should be pretty easy to figure out which one is which. It's so much better than it was. I have the negative up top, the positive on bottom. Very organized, I think. So I'm slowly but surely figuring this thing out. This is my shore power. I had to figure out the colors because on videos people had different colors, so I figured that part out. This is my AC. Again, figuring out the colors. This goes to this Renogy on-off switch. So I'll probably put that over here somewhere. Negative battery here and positive battery here. But I can't do that right now because I have to do the rest of it. And then I'm gonna go see if I can find someone to crimp these cables. I started with the battery this morning and thought I had a crimping tool, but I can't find a 1/0 crimping tool anywhere. So I'm gonna see if I can take it in when I figure out what angle I need it to be crimped at and just have some company do it for me. Just because I have already spent $70 on one and it goes up to 0. So I'm 1 or 2 away from a 1/0. So I'm taking a break from that and I'm going back to the cabinet. Then maybe when it cools down later, work on the batteries again. But that's what's going on my vacation, going back and forth between projects and hoping to get this done soon. Okay, so this is my 3rd attempt at getting electrical done, and it still isn't going to be completed because I was up since 3:45 this morning looking into what I needed, and I noticed that I need a fuse terminal, which I'm going to order on Amazon. I really need to do that when I get to my friend's house. So I need to order that and a circuit breaker to go between my bus bars and my circuit breaker. I knew I was missing some stuff and I wasn't sure. I want to do a kill switch. So for that, I think I need terminal fuse. So I'm going to order those things on Amazon. I'm going to my buddy's house. He is going to help me with the DC to DC connection because I don't want to mess the van battery up. So he's going to connect my house batteries to my van battery and then connect my D+ line because that is not easy. So that's what I'm doing today, and then hopefully Friday I will do more wiring to do all of my electrical so I can get these batteries charged because I've had these batteries since January and it is almost August, so they really need to be charged. Okay, so that's what I'm doing today. That's the goal for today, is to get the batteries charged. Nothing else because I don't have the extra stuff I need. I did find a really cool link though, so I will put that in the description below, the link that I found. It's an interactive electrical guide, which is how I realized I needed this. All right, check back with you guys later. So here's my DC to DC wiring. I have the positive and negative going under my seat, the driver's seat. It's coming out right here. So the positive is going to go here. I'm gonna put a fuse on. And then this is the ground, the negative is grounded right here. And then I have my D plus line that we'll put in with the fuse in a moment. First step in AC electrical is done. Doesn't look too pretty. It took like, I don't know, half hour to get it cut big enough for that to squeeze in. So it's a little big, but the cover will cover it. I can put in that GFCI. You do everything.
I do a little bit of everything.
Power's coming.
Yep. So,
Oh my god!
now let's put this.
I got power. Oh my god, my
Juice.
AC works.
Yep, we got power. We have a fan too.
Yeah.
Hot out here. Yay, high five.
I got DC and AC fans going.
You got power on. I'm done.
Do you hear that? There's some background noise. We have a fan. My DC to DC works. My AC works. The refrigerator works. The only thing that I need to do now is I need a little cable connector thing. So there's one cable connector that I'm missing. It's a 6 gauge for the solar. So it'll probably take me like half an hour to do that. I'm going to try to run and grab it on my lunch tomorrow because they don't have it anywhere. So I'm doing that tomorrow, but I have everything. My friend helped me with the DC to DC. That is complicated, very complicated. Let me turn the fan off. I have a fan. The electrical is very complicated. I don't even know how many RV places throughout the area. One RV place gave me the name of 2 people that would help with DIY. I called both numbers. One person talked to me, said that he would help me if I could write out a schematic, which I did. He never responded. No response. So then a few weeks later, I called the other guy, and he sounds very knowledgeable. So I drive out to him, and basically he knew about the cable sizes, the wire sizes, and wattage. But as far as what I'm doing, he didn't know anything about that. He's an RV guy, but he doesn't know about he doesn't really know about what I'm doing. So I'm not sure what he does, but he says what I'm trying to do is not normal, which I find very odd because every video I've ever seen does the DC to DC. They do the inverter and they do the solar. So I'm not sure how that's weird. Yeah, so that was a waste of my time, honestly. I paid him, and a week later I called him, and because I didn't understand why I had to pay when I didn't get anything out of it. So luckily he agreed and he offered the refund, so I accepted and took the money back and paid my friend to help me, who actually works at a battery store. So he helped me. I had all the DC connected. What I wasn't sure of was the fuse breaker. So he helped me with that. I connected the outlets. So I did the outlets on the AC. He did the fuse box or the breaker box. I did everything else in here, but he did a lot. I mean, I've spent months getting this prepared. I did find out that Renogy sold me the wrong cables. I have no idea why they sold me these. These are like 4-aught cables, and yeah, they're humongous, and it was probably a couple hundred or close to it. So I need to call them tomorrow and see if they'll take those back. I have no idea why they sold me that. So I'm dealing with that. RV guy strikes again. I haven't talked to him in a month, but I called Renogy on those cables that I thought were the incorrect size, and I rebought what I thought was the correct size because the RV guy told me so. I called Renogy and they pointed out that on page 12 of the user manual, 4-aught is the correct gauge to connect to battery. So I spent $200-ish on the original wires, cables, rebought a smaller size, so I spent about $400. and I can't return it because it's already been crimped and cut. So that's where we are. I just wanted to give an update. I will now, everything's working, but I do have to change those cables now so that I get my full amperage or wattage or whatever. So those will not be returned, they'll be used, and the other ones I guess will be thrown in the trash. $200, just flush down the toilet. But that's where we're at. I am going to show you the DC working because the fan is connected, it is hooked up, it works. And I will turn on the inverter so you can see the little refrigerator hum. But yeah, I am very excited that I have power. Watch this. You see that? My DC. I still have to connect the solar. And I probably need to charge the battery, but you see, you hear that little hum? You hear the hum of the freezer? I hear it. Yep. Cute little fridge. I'm so happy. I heard a beep. So I totally did the solar by myself. I have nowhere for it to go because I don't have a beam set. So it's probably 8 or later. I don't know. But I have my fuse. It's connected to it. Let me flip it over because I just heard the beep. Oh, look. Look at that. It's charging my battery. Okay. So now I need to turn on. Actually. There we go. Now it's charging the battery, right? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, I know why. Because it's dark and there's no sun out. And it's dirty. That's probably why. So I'll show you what I've done. Here is my DC to DC, which my friend helped me connect. He connected this to the fuse. He connected this. He grounded the negative and connected the positive. This goes to the battery. Here are my bus bars, my positive and my negative bus bars. So everything's connected here. Here, I need to screw this in because this is pretty fresh and new. But this is my kill switch for the batteries. I have 2 lithium ion batteries. They're 100 amps each. So I have a 40 amp fuse breaker of a 12 circuit breaker. So I've already shown you that. I have a 3000 watt Renogy charge controller, which I have turned off at the moment. And everything is connected and ran through here and up actually through the walls. So that is my electrical setup. I just realized I didn't show you, but here is one of the outlets. And the other one is right behind the driver's seat. Here it is, with my little refrigerator connected. So it turns out all of my outlets are GFCIs, just in case it gets wet. It is 8 o'clock and 91 degrees. So I cleaned this sucker. It is nice and shiny. So I get to really see if all those panels work tomorrow. So now that we have power, I want to thank you so much for watching and come back next week for more of our van build.